A segment has endpoints located at 1, 2, and -3, -2, and the names of these endpoints are A and B. Find the coordinates for the image of segment AB after the translation xy goes to x plus 5, y minus 3. So we want to know pretty much the image. Remember, the image is the copy, and these are the points for the pre-image. So these points here represent my pre-image. And we want to know what's the coordinates for the image. And in this arrow notation here, these are my original points. So that's my pre-image. And these are the coordinates of the points for the image, or it's the rule of how to get to the image. So if you want to figure out the answer to where the coordinates of the image is going to be for the segment AB, then you have to apply this rule here. And basically what the rule is saying is take every ordered pair, and whatever the x value is, you're going to add 5 to that x value. Whatever the y value is, you're going to subtract 3 to the y value. And then once we do that rule to each point, then we'll have our coordinates for the image. So let me start with point A. So point A has coordinates 1, 2, and I'm going to see the location of the image. So the rule tells me to get from the pre-image to the image. I'm going to apply this rule. Since this is the image of A, then the new coordinate is going to be called A prime, because it's always going to go from the pre-image to the image. So pre-image goes to the image. So that's what we have here. Pre-image, here's my image. And we said if you want the image, you're going to take the x value, whatever the x value is in the pre-image, and you're going to add 5 to it to get the x value for your image. So here's my x value is 1, so I'm going to substitute that in for the x value in the rule, and it says to add 5 to that x value. So I'm going to add 5 to it, my comma, and now I'm going to apply the rule for the y's. So whatever the y value is, I look at it here, it's 2, so I put 2, and then it says to whatever the y value is, you're going to subtract 3 from it. So here's my y value, I'm going to subtract 3 to it. And in the next step, I'm just going to simplify everything. So I rewrite directly underneath it just to keep it a little organized. And I have A prime would be 1 plus 5 is 6, comma, 2 minus 3, I get -1. And I can see that the coordinates of A, 1, 2, ended up being mapped to 6, -1. So the pre-image goes to the image of A, which is 6, -1. And then I just apply the same idea for B. B has coordinates -3, -2. So -3, -2. And that's going to go to the image of B, which is called B prime. So don't forget to put the prime notation to show that this is the copy. Because if you do not put the prime notation, I don't know which one is the pre-image, which one's the image. So in arrow notation, I know the second one is the image, but if you're plotting points, this is important to practice good habits, so make sure you put the prime notation. And then we do the rule now. So the rule says take every x value, add 5 to it. Here's my x value, so -3. I'm going to add 5 to that one. And then the rule says whatever the y value is in the pre-image, you're going to subtract 3 from that y value. So here's my y value is -2. And then I'm going to subtract 3 from that amount. And next I'm just going to simplify. So B has coordinates -3, -2. And the image of B, the copy of it, where it ended up moving to, is -3 plus 5, which simplifies to 2. And -2 minus 3, I get -5. So I can see the image of B is 2, -5. That's the coordinates for the image of B. So here is my first answer, and here's my second answer. So these are my two coordinates. So if I wanted to rewrite it just to organize my solution, it says to find the coordinates for the image of the segment. So I can just say here that the coordinates for the image of segment AB are And then these is the coordinates for the image, so you have to look at the prime notation now. A prime, so the first one was 6, -1, and the image of B, which is B prime, was 2, -5.